know 5 languages, all this stuff, and she starts talking. I'm like, can I nuke this place, please?
Like all
She's
you have
so.
to do is like flash lights, and then she'll have a seizure.
And see, why did you elect her?
Yeah, the
I said
Republicans should have
no.
had that ready a long time ago. Just that flashing light in the audience, some guy. But did you notice with Hillary Clinton, her eyes were getting watery?
Yeah, she
Did you see
was.
that? When he started getting her a rise out of her, where she started getting that Hillary Clinton started yelling, then the eyes started watering like she was about to bust or cough or something was gonna happen, but she stopped it.
Yeah, the
But
drug
her eyes
suppressing
were
her cough.
watery from the beginning,
That's
though.
what I'm thinking. That's funny.
She's like, no drugs.
Yep. Hang on to it. Don't let the cough out, because if she coughs once, boom, it's over. You know.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I know.
yeah.
People
Everyone
were
with their
looking for
cough.
that fly too. That fly.
Yeah.
If that fly would have come back again, that would have been something.
Are you are you streaming it?
Yeah.
Oh, you're already
Oh.
streaming.
Yeah, I'm already streaming.
Oh, because I don't know if the baby's gonna not cry. I don't know.
Yeah. That voice there, Amber or Ambra, is a college-educated woman and homemaker. So it's good to always get her opinion on things. It's nice to hear. We got JJ. Hey, say hey, Jay.
Hey.
This guy is a scientist with 7 kids. So if you hear any kids back there, it's the scientist's kids.
Hey, Ambra has 6.
Amber has 6.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Oh
I'm
my
on the
gosh.
East Coast, and mine are asleep now.
That's correct. And Steve-O's on too.
Hey yo.
Hey. So Chris Wallace, we already kind of talked about. He did an okay job, right? He asked some questions. He actually brought up WikiLeaks, which surprised. That's the first time I've heard that from a moderator.
Yeah. Yeah, that was actually pretty good. I was surprised that WikiLeaks would be something that in a debate you think, oh, it's illegal, don't touch it. But he brought it up, and Trump actually put it on it too. Talked about it as well.
Yeah, I think he actually said thank you when he mentioned WikiLeaks.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that was kind of a weak point. I think Trump should have not said that. I know he was excited, like, oh my gosh, they're actually moderators actually asking a question out of Hillary that's tough. So I know he's excited, but that just to me shows lack of restraint.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But he's happy. He can take what he can get.
Yeah.
So we did mention the crying I saw with Hillary Clinton. Her eyes were getting watery. We thought a cough was going to come, but it never did produce. It never did happen. So that's too bad. We didn't get a cough out of this one, and there was almost some seizure. Well, I asked the scientist on this. Did you see any kind of symptoms of a seizure or one coming?
No, I didn't see
You
anything.
didn't see anything.
I missed more than half.
Oh, and I think I only heard one sniff.
Yeah, I think he
Yeah.
worked on the sniffing. Yeah,
That's
totally
great.
right.
I saw him put his finger up to his nose several times.
I think wiping the
Stop.
sweat, right? I think. You think?
No, he's
Ugh.
covering the sniff.
Oh, he's covering the sniff. Maybe they taught him to do that or something. Was he presidential tonight, Mr. Trump?
The moments where he didn't ramble on,
Mm-hmm.
that's when he did. That's when he seemed more presidential.
That's when he did the best.
Yes.
Yeah. Is the chat
Well-
enabled on this? Can you see the chat?
Yeah, it's enabled.
It's enabled. Okay, good. Yeah, it's like sometimes he'd answer questions and then it's like, okay, just stop, please stop, don't keep going. And then he keeps
Yes.
going. He's like, oh boy, here we go.
Some of his when he would try to cut her off seemed not presidential. Like you're the puppet. No, you're the puppet. It's like, huh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was yeah.
I think that was kind of. Oh, so go ahead.
Well, of course, when he said she's a nasty woman,
Mm-hmm. Not so presidential.
Not so
No, I mean that's maybe Senate, like something you'd say in the Senate, maybe, or Parliament. But I don't know if I would. Well, I mean, there have been leaders, world leaders, who do speak like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like Duterte in the Philippines.
Well,
Yeah, and
yeah.
I'm sure Putin
or
said some
remember,
nasty things in his life.
Oh, he still does.
yeah,
So the Chicago thing, when he brought up her, it was, a tape has come out of them giving money to these protesters, $1,500. And he brought it up, and there was no answer to it. She didn't come back and say anything. And what I was disappointed in, Chris Wallace, or what the scientist calls Mike Wallace, didn't follow up, didn't follow up on it and say, hey, why don't you answer Mr. Trump's question about, what happened? Because she knows what happened. She knows that they got together, the campaign paid these people to disrupt and cause
Right.
violence. Someone could have got killed.
well, she didn't deny it, and then she did bring up the violence at his rallies later on, which I thought was like,
Kinda
did
ironic.
you listen to yourself?
Well, all her stuff is memorized. She just blurts it out without thinking, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's memorized, and that's how. I mean, did Chris Wallace give her the questions before the debate?
Sometimes they do that. I mean, not like secretly, but they give both candidates the questions to prepare for them. But I don't know about this one.
And she had her
Yeah.
answers ready to give to Chris Wallace.
Yeah.
Because I noticed he didn't really do any follow-ups like they usually do. I almost want to argue everything was all pre-planned. They're just here's the questions, and she's like, this is what I'll say. And then Trump's like, this is what I'll say. But then there's no follow-up.
Well, that's why she didn't look like she was surprised with any of the questions, even the tough ones. She had an answer. Didn't mean it was true, but she didn't always have an answer.
One thing I definitely would say Trump to stop saying is I have the most respect. I'm the candidate with the most respect for women.
Yeah.
Don't say that. Just don't do that.
So are they forcing
Yeah,
him to
just
say that? You think, or
that
he's
sounds like his.
that's like a Trump thing, like, believe me,
Absolutely.
absolutely love women. Believe me, I love women more than anyone has ever loved women before. I love
Yeah,
women
that
more than you
sounds.
do, Hillary.
It's just like when Hillary kept saying, I want to unite everyone. Like, no, you don't. You're like the last person to say that.
Yeah.
Then
I
Hillary
don't
When
like Democrats and Republicans and independents. You don't care. You don't care about them. You care about yourself.
Or especially when she brings up children.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
what
she
makes
brought
me
up
sick.
the.
Oh, go ahead.
And she has a half
Well,
son.
no, oh my gosh.
Well, what makes me almost vomit, and when she says she will not raise taxes on anyone that makes less than 250,000 a year. Just such
You
a
know that's not
lie.
true.
Yes, that is such a lie. Makes me so sick. Maybe
Well, then,
the word raise is. She goes, well, I said raise taxes. What I did was increase taxes on all you idiots.
Yes.
Just a word like her husband. It depends what it is. Okay, let me answer this
well,
question. Drudge poll. Who won the final presidential debate? Drudge.
well,
Oh.
in,
It's a highly esteemed.
No
oh
bias.
gosh.
Yeah, no
Nope.
bias in this poll. I'm going to go ahead and say Trump. And let's see the results. It's probably going crazy. It's crashed 1,000 times. People voting. Well, looky there. Not as many as I thought. But they're up 75 to 24. He's winning. Winning.
Oh. Well, the polls that I've seen online that are not from Drudge Report, they were pretty much equal.
Uh-huh. I didn't
How
think.
many Russian hackers were sending out bots to vote for Trump?
I've been accused of being a Russian bot online before. It's like, okay.
What's up with this Hillary closet busted open?
She's come out of the closet.
Fixer breaks ranks. I arranged sex trysts for her with men and women. Oh, National Enquirer story. That's big news.
Oh no.
Oh, that
Is
came
this-
out of this nut woman, I think.
No,
I
it's
might be wrong.
It's some bodyguard talking about that.
She's
The
a
nut-
secret sex
the nut
freak who
woman-
paid fixers to set up a list.
The nut woman said that Bill Clinton told her that Hillary's eating more cats than people.
Oh, I've heard that.
No,
I've heard
no,
that.
there is a woman who said that Hillary Clinton sexually abused her.
Oh, I haven't heard that one.
Hashtag.
But
broke
she said
child.
that she saw, George Bush turn into a lizard too, so I don't know.
Oh.
Oh no. What is
Lizard.
going on? What is going on? What do you think the 2020 election will be like if
Oh,
it's this
you're
bad on
gonna
this
have, you know,
one?
Kanye West.
Kanye West.
I'd vote for him.
Oh my goodness.
I want to vote for the next Romney plant that's going to be.
The bald,
Put up it.
some bald Mormon guy that's gonna
Yeah.
run.
Has all the perfect answers.
Yeah, he's gonna do the right thing. That's what he is, right? I mean, all he is his job is just to mess things up. Or is that right? Or
Yeah.
does he
Who, Rob?
actually have a plan? No, the guy at the bald guy.
McMullin.
To
McMullin.
lose Utah.
Yeah,
to
that's
lose-
his only job.
To
Evan
take
McMullin's not
to
bald.
take
He's not.
Oh my
to
gosh.
take Utah from
JJ cared
the
about it.
Republicans.
Evan McMullin is not bald.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he is bald.
They call him Egg McMuffin.
He's not bald. That's pretty bald.
Let me see.
If you'd like to
Yeah,
get a
he's
picture of him.
bald.
Look at him.
Holy! I thought
And he
he
is
was
the-
assuming
Look. Oh, let me get closer. Here.
You don't even
That's
know who he
closer.
is.
No!
He
I
is
can't-
the
I can't
he is
vote
the
for
head of a Star Trek alien.
Oh yeah, he's definitely lizard. Definitely lizard.
I don't think Trump likes him.
He's a lizard.
Oh man.
He's part of the David. His first name is David. Evan McMullin
Oh.
is an American
Oh.
politician, former chief policy director for the House Republican Conference in the U.S. House of Representatives,
Oh.
and a former CIA operations officer. So obviously worked for the CIA, corrupt
Yes.
already.
NWO.
NWO. Hack.
Yeah. So to wrap this thing up, I think they talked about abortion, right? Late-term
Well,
abortion.
that's what I was gonna bring up. Like, she kept talking about she wanted gun control to protect the toddlers because toddlers are apparently shooting everybody. But then she, supports killing babies later in the womb.
Yes.
Apparently, feminists don't believe that it's late-term abortion. I guess it's just abortion.
Mm-hmm.
But after 24 weeks,
Yeah.
you don't need to do.
What a
I don't know
disaster.
what the controversy is about that.
It's sad. It's really sad. But
I
that's
don't know. It's just so beyond belief that people with medical problems would have an abortion after the baby's out or really, really close. It's just beyond truth. I don't
Well,
know.
to me, it's code for eugenics. Like, like a baby that has Down syndrome or has some sort of
And
prob-
include cleft palates in that, because
and you
in Britain they do a classification of how much they'll pay for an abortion, and babies with cleft palates are in the same classification as those with Down syndrome.
have a
Yeah, and I have a cleft palate, so I'm not worthy of life according to British medical.
Scottish law. I am Mickey Mouse. Sorry.
well, and then they talk about the life of the mother. Well, I had my life at risk. Remember, I was at risk for hemorrhaging, and I but what did they do? C-section, not a abortion wasn't even an option. It was C-section.
Oh, really? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, of course. There's so many ways of saving the mother and the child now. It's almost.
Yeah, especially with more modern technology since the '60s, it has had
Right.
an improvement. I mean, there's babies coming out at 27 weeks, 28 weeks.
Even
Yeah,
younger.
and they're making it out alive. So it's just beyond my brain to think that you have to have an abortion if there's any sort of problem with the baby. It's just I can't.
Well, he almost had to come out. My baby that I'm holding right now, he almost had to come out before, like at 33 weeks, because of a problem. But we were able to keep him in a little bit longer. But then
Right.
I had to have a C-section to take him out early.
Right.
But we saved his life. So what she's talking about, saving the life of the mother, doesn't make sense if it's a late term.
What a disaster!
Total
Anyone
disaster.
pro-abortion, I can't. It's just it's sickening to me.
Yes.
So I just think she's not being honest, and she knows it.
Oh,
Or she's
don't
that
do
evil.
that.
Or she's that evil. She just doesn't care.
Well, that's why I think it's code for eugenics, that when she's talking about, well, you don't know what's going to happen that last term, what you're going to find out. Yeah, you would if you find out their child has a disability and you don't want to take care of it.
Yeah.
That's what I think she means, because if it's the life of the mother, you can still save the baby at that point of the pregnancy.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, I mean,
What about, Adam, what do you think about the guns?
Second Amendment.
Yeah.
Yeah, she it's a big question mark with her. You know, I think that if she received money from the gun lobbyists, she'd be okay with guns. You know, I mean, seriously. Yeah, I mean, seriously, she doesn't care that much. It's about money. And if Smith and Wesson said, "Here's $1 million, leave us alone," or what, you know, the joke is with Obama, the gun manufacturers made so much money because people freak out and they go buy guns anytime, like, you know, something crazy happens and like a mass shooting or something happens, then, you know, the politicians get up and start, you know, kind of talking more about we should do something to stop this, take the guns away. Then people go rush to the stores and buy tons of guns and ammo, and then there's a big shortage.
So you're arguing what's happening is like in Chattanooga when the weatherman said it's going to snow. It's actually the bread manufacturers paying off the
the bread, the bread and milk, they both pay them.
And eggs too.
Yeah.
And eggs.
You need all those to survive, apparently. It's just like
Coke
that.
and Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. So it's like that. That's how I think it'll be. That she doesn't really have any like fundamental beliefs on anything. It's all about what the lobbyists are going to tell her to do on Wall Street. Here's money.
Yeah.
Here's money. Do this. I mean, that's the whole argument now is with her. Pay to play, right?
Yeah.
Especially
And they did mention that briefly in the debate, but she avoided the question.
Yeah, there's bad follow-up. I'd say Trump is bad following up on. He's good at talking about himself, but really getting her to answer, it's difficult for one thing. She's so good at avoiding answering anything,
Yeah.
but staying on it.
That's why I hate to bring this up. Cruz would have been good at follow-ups.
True. He would have been better at debating than Trump.
Yeah, that's
Well,
definitely not one
that's
of
true.
Trump's strong points. What is a strong point?
Getting a lot of attention.
No, he's a good rally guy. You know,
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know,
He gets people excited.
yeah. Promoter is the word. He can promote his company. He can promote things. Get people excited about it, and he
Which
knows the
could
right
be
things to say.
good if you're a president. You can really go out there and rally people behind
Yeah, that whole
your
nationalism
ideas.
thing. Yeah, USA, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I just, one thing I worry about with this whole debate is what is Russia and the other countries thinking? I mean, they probably either laughing their butts off, or Russia's like, we're going to prepare for this war because Hillary's going to implement different things that's going to fight against us, what we want to do, and I'm really worried about that. I mean, Russia is right now they're not controlled. He can do whatever he wants over there.
Not checked. There's no one
there's no
saying you can't do that or run it by us first before you do anything.
Right. Because the relationship between America and Russia has strained since Obama. He's just over there just laughing at us and doing whatever he wants. Because Obama does nothing.
Yeah, zero respect.
I get no respect.
Zero.
Well, you can see that in some of like Russian propaganda, Russian jokes, Russian cartoons. They totally have no respect for our government.
Yeah, there's a story on Drudge. Russia taunts U.S. with the biggest military offensive since the Cold War. And I think this is funny. This Karov class cruiser is called Peter the Great.
Oh, I lived there.
You lived in Peter the Great?
No. In St. Petersburg, which is named after him.
Oh, yes, of course. What was its former name?
Was that Leningrad or Stalin?
Well, the first name was St. Petersburg.
Yes.
He named it after Peter the Apostle, but we all know that's horse cheese. And then or BS. And then it was named Petergoff. And then when communism, Leningrad. And then for a while, then it was Petergoff again. And then it went back to St. Petersburg after the fall.
Oh, yes. Well, thank you for that history lesson.
I live there. Some of the people still call it Petrov. You say, I want to go to Petrov. That's like the old name.
That's something a communist state would do, is change the name of a city 8 times.
If Hillary starts renaming New York City to New Hillary and Chicago to Clinton's Wiener, that'd be, the John Hancock building's there.
Then we know that we're a communist state. All of our cities keep getting renamed. I could really see it happening. Like a lot of especially the cities named after Native American tribes and stuff. I can see them pushing to change those names.
Even though it's in honor of them, they're going to change the name because it's racist.
We always like to name our cities after Indian tribes we destroy in America.
Like Chattanooga, Chattanooga's renamed, just hands down.
All of the state, like Tennessee, Mississippi, all those Indian names.
Utah,
Minnesota,
Utah,
they're all racist.
Now, has Putin renamed any cities? Oh, is there St. Putinsburg?
Well, I mean, because he's trying to push the Orthodox Christianity, even though I doubt he's really that religious. I don't know. I don't think he's going to put himself, but who knows, his followers might.
Crazy.
There's a story right here. Pamela Anderson brings Julian Assange a vegan lunch at the Ecuadorian embassy. I want to click on it. I don't know if I should. Should I click on it? This is so important. It's number 5.
Gave him.
It's number 5 most read.
Was it carrots?
I don't know. Here we go. I wonder if there's a picture. No, it's just a file picture of Pamela Anderson. But
Just
she
trying to
brought him
look
a
at-
vegan lunch. Well,
You clicked on it, Adam.
I did. And I learned nothing from it. But she really believes in him, it says here, and think he's a good person. Well, I didn't know that
Okay.
before, okay? I
Did
didn't
she
know
go
that
down
before.
there?
It is in London, right?
Yeah, I thought it was in London, isn't it?
Yeah, Ecuadorian. Maybe she just happened to be in London. Animal rights activist. Ugh. I brought him a nice vegan lunch and some vegan snacks. So then joked. He said I tortured him with bringing him vegan food. There you go. Now the implants she has, aren't they made of animal, like oils and stuff? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
Dr. J, what do you
Oh,
think?
scientist.
Scientist man.
Dr. JJ, yeah.
Silicone? I don't think that's animal matter. I think
Okay.
that's definitely chemical based.
It's
I would
chemical.
assume.
Yeah.
I would imagine that old ancient breast implants were made of animal fat, but I don't think current ones are.
Okay, thank you. JJ, just fact checking on me there. That's fine.
This
Can you do a Google image search of breast implants?
Yeah, let's watch a video on YouTube of breast implants.
this is starting to sound like what's it? Red Eye? Is it called Red Eye on the Fox?
Yes.
Red eye.
Clear eyes.
600 Chicago. 600 homicides this year. That's a lot of people. That's
And it's-
more in all of Galesville and all of Cherokee County. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Probably not
they
that much.
killed off Cherokee County.
Yep, just 1 year. That's sad. We're not saying anything about it either. Except Drudge.
Isn't it like
No, what happened? They go to Gary, Indiana. They buy the guns there, and then they bring it back to Chicago and
Mhm.
sell it.
Oh my gosh, what's that? They got a baby dying?
I think that's a lizard.
He's trying to give you his opinion.
Oh,
Asher, can you buy a gun? Can you go buy a gun right now? According to Obama, you can buy a gun more than a laptop.
It's easier for him to get a gun than a library book. That's what Obama
I
said.
think with your library book, don't you have to have a library card and you have to have a license, driver's
Don't
license to get that?
they
Oh
deny?
my gosh, you're right. Oh,
I always thought
Oh.
they denied felons the library card.
Yeah, why? If you did a survey, how many people wanted a library card? Southside Chicago, close
yeah.
to nil.
More of them have guns than library
Or he
cards.
asked, where is the closest library in South Chicago? Oh,
we
maybe
need
the
to say
homeless. would.
library.
Yeah, library. Is Steven saying library? I thought he was.
Where is the closest library?
We used to get in trouble saying that in school.
Yeah. I guess they
I-
still go to the
I know-
library.
I know where it is because my wife goes and I don't.
Do the kids go to the library at school still?
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess they have library
just-
time.
Yeah.
But they don't have the card catalog anymore.
Oh
Remember
yeah.
Correct.
The card catalog?
What was that named after?
John Card Catalog.
Oh my
Are you
god.
talking about the Dewey Decimal System?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I thought you meant the card catalog system, which was named
Wasn't he a
after John.
communist or something?
It always goes back to that. I always hate watching those shows on the History Channel where they talk about George Washington or something, and turns out he was a racist and he killed people and he was a rebel. And he wanted money.
Didn't care about the environment because
He hated
cut
his
down
wife.
that cherry tree.
Hated his
Absolutely
wife.
the worst. Absolutely.
Aliens
Terrible.
did it.
He also didn't he like kill an elephant for his ivory false teeth?
Oh my god.
No, he had wooden teeth. cut
No,
down
see,
that
I
tree.
don't think that's not true. Oh, but you're saying he cut down the cherry tree for the wood for his teeth.
Yes.
I saw a YouTube video of the 10 most misunderstood historical events, and they said he had ivory teeth, not wooden.
Oh.
I don't know. It
Did
was,
he use those same teeth for his piano? What up?
I thought it was for his pool balls.
Whoops.
What's the alien again?
Well, hey guys. Let's
You
go
know,
ahead.
one question. I'm surprised.
Oh, go ahead, scientist.
One
Oh
question.
my gosh.
I was surprised no one asked about was the clown epidemic.
Oh, that is
No one thought anything about the clowns.
huge
Our
problem right now.
school-
Big news.
Our school
Absolutely.
had the clowns.
You know.
It's a disgrace.
Yeah.
Number one
I
disgrace.
can see that. I can see where you're at, Amber, where you'd have the clowns.
Yeah, we had clowns.
Have
And
you
then
seen
we had a
one?
hurricane right after that, so I'm telling you, man, it was an omen.
You actually saw one?
No, they saw one behind my son's middle school, and when I told him about it, he laughed.
Oh.
But
That's
the principal called
this-
us about it. Stupid.
Well, guys, we'll go ahead and end the thing. We can keep
Oh,
talking.
one more
about-
question.
Oh,
For
okay.
scientist man. Was there any question about the environment and global warming? I mean, if there was there? I
There
don't think
wasn't. There was
They
not.
I kept hearing climate change, but then no one really talked about it or asked about it.
Yeah, it was kind of strange. Do you think that would be the most important thing that everyone's talking about? That's not even brought up in the debate.
No. Yeah, the only one that
Apparently
brought it
that-
up. The only one that brought it up was what's his name? Bone guy.
Bone?
I think
Ken Bone.
Ken Bone. He's the only one that brought up climate change in all three debates. Maybe that's why he got so popular.
I don't know
Yeah.
if someone fact checked that.
Oh.
No one fact checked it.
Now
I know
let's go.
he asked about the environment. I know that.
Now let's read his Reddit comments.
Yeah.
He doesn't care too much about climate change on Reddit.
I'm gonna go ahead and end this thing. Yeah, we can keep talking,
He's
but
so
let's go ahead and end
distracted.
it. See y'all later.